Yeah, welcome to Ejibwe lessons, and in this video we are going to discuss more on permeability and also the lab preparation of permeability. Now let's start with the aim. Aim number 1: to determine absolute permeability of water using a method based on Dicey theory. To determine flow transmissibility of a given core sample. To understand the working principle of permeameter. Introduction. Permeability is the term used to describe fluid transmissibility through or within a porous medium. What are the differences between permeability and porosity? Porosity emphasizes or discuss more about the space or hole or the void in the rock formation, while permeability emphasizes or discuss more on the flow of fluid. What I actually mean is how possible this fluid can pass through the space or void or hole of a rock formation. Note, not all porous medium are permeable. Using clay soil for instance, yes, it's porous, it has voids or spaces within, and it has high ratio of porosity, but cannot easily allow flow of fluid. Hence, we can classify clay as a very poor permeability, but because it's not effective. Permeability could be divided into 3 forms. We have the absolute permeability, the effective permeability, and relative permeability. Let's talk more about them. Absolute permeability. This is the permeability or transmissibility of a fluid through a porous medium. That is when only that fluid completely saturates the medium. Now, to explain further, absolute permeability is related to single fluid and is conducted when a single fluid or phase is present in the rock. For effective permeability, the transmissibility of a given fluid through a porous medium in the presence of another miscible fluid in the medium. It is the porous medium ability to conduct a fluid when its saturation is less than 100%. Now, to explain more on effective permeability. Effective permeability is related to more than one fluid. For absolute permeability, is related to just one fluid or a single phase. Now, this one is related to more than one. That is effective permeability, more than one or more than one phase. And it is ability for a particular fluid, which is your target fluid, to flow effectively in the presence of other fluids in a rock formation or a reservoir. And our target fluid is crude oil. Now, how can we transmit this crude oil effectively in the presence of water and gas? That's why we study effective permeability. Relative permeability. This is the ratio of effective permeability to absolute permeability. A basic and fundamental expression for permeability was developed by Henry Dicey in 1856 when he conducted experiments on the relationship affecting the
Number 3, read the value of inlet pressure and outlet pressure. And outlet pressure are recorded during the time duration.
Anyhow you hear it, you write it.
Procedure number 4.
Read procedure number 4.
Open
This thing you are doing at the back.
valve.
This measure.
Open the outlet valve and at the receiver, collect the volume.
Okay, you are not saying what
and
they are
snap it. Record.
And you take it and write now. You have it on you. And you snap. You like writing like that. Or you want to see. I know people that will talk from here. You check your note. If you check your paper here, you can see how now this is what we are doing. If there's any leakage, we'll do it again. Read the next, the next procedure, not here. Okay. I know.
Allow flow into the flow line by opening the inlet valve.
Understand what we are doing there? Okay.
With the value of inlet pressure and outlet pressure and record during the time duration. Open the outlet valve and at the receiver collect the volume of water expelled and record.
So we are good now.
No, let us take other procedures.
That's all.
Procedure is minute.
Now, now what we are going to do, we will stopwatch here.
Give me.
When we start, we open the inlet, close our
Outlet.
Then you see your pressure. Pressure 1, the inlet pressure and the outlet pressure. What you do is take a read when you step it. That's what stopwatch is. After it will open. When some people are taking this reading, I'll be taking this one. You know, I hope you know how to take reading. Your clear side, you know how to take it. The black one. This one is back. This one is in clear side, the black one. The red one is in back. From here to here, it was 10, 20, 30. From here to here, 15. This red line here is 15 for PSI. For bar is 1. Okay, I see it.
For bar is 1.
For bar is 1. Then you read it. We will not begin to read conflicting values for us. Yeah? You have to monitor this one. This one will be stable. Then this one will continue. Hope you understand. So what we are going to start now, we on this one. Allow water to flow in. When this one is off. When there is any leakage here, then flow away that water. This one is sample 3. That's going to take the length and the diameter. I think you can see this. You have not started. I said when I open this in start time, you write it there. You understand? So of course we know this amount. Remove that one and put it here.
That what I finished from yesterday.
Something I explained. What are you? You read the procedure. You read it. You are you not the one that read that procedure? Why are you asking? What will you receive there? I told you that water. Passing, slowly. You read everything. You asking me what are we receiving? One,
Two, go.
There is leakage.
There is leakage.
Outlook ledger is increasing. The pressure of outlook is increasing. 16. 13. No, 14. 14.
No, don't stop it.
What are you saying?
44 seconds.
Something on what? Record it.
From here, no.
No.
Look at the line. Even that bucket is forgotten.
This is our call sample. Very common. Remove your way.
So now take measure your length and your diameter. Back up. Sample one, take it as a sample one. I will measure, let's complete.
That one is sample A now. Just call it sample A. This one is sample B.
Look.
What is your problem? You want to be in you want to be comedy. Yeah. Maybe the inside is going to laugh yourself.
Serious.
You follow tango this exam, you go write one thing, you lost yourself. You go do everything about you go the guy outside times and they come.
Okay. Remove the water here. The same process.
Okay.
That's how we are going to do.
Look at it here.
One.
Sample is longer. But the sister of
One, two, stop. Stop again. One, two, three.
very permeable. Very permeable. No. 16. This is not, that is not 15, that is 15.5 or something. 15.5. 13.5. It's the last point.
Now, you measure your length and your diameter.
Look at this, look at something. So we have to down this thing. So we have to make sure. Hey, you think that's fear? Because if you shoot. Because
Wait, there's question. Let's look at it critically.
Precaution. It was ensured that the sample was thoroughly dried to avoid any foreign fluid saturation during experiment. Number 2, it was also ensured that the selected core sample is fitted properly into the core holder to avoid fluid seepage during fluid flow through uneven parts or spaces. Once water supply valves was opened, it was ensured that the liquid flow was maintained at a constant pressure. Let's go to the results and tabulation. These are the results gotten after the practicals. After the practicals have been made, data and parameters. The weight of the dry core was 320.88 gram. The weight of saturated core is 323.39 gram. The inlet pressure is 11.50 psi. The outlet pressure, which is P2, is 9.50 psi. The time taken for fluid flow through core sample and core saturation is 87.16 seconds. Now, given the following parameters, these parameters have already been given. The parameters have already been given in the video. The fluid viscosity 0.0091 cp. Core length is 8.1 cm. Core diameter is 4.5 cm. Core radius is 2.25 cm. Core radius divided from the diameter into 2. Volume of water used is 100 ml, and time for the flow is 9.15 seconds. the volumetric flow rate is equal to volume of liquid divided by the time for it to flow, and the answer to that is 10.98 centimeter cube per second. Discussion and observation. Following the steps in the outline or procedure, the laboratory test aimed at determining the absolute permeability of water through a core sample that was carried out. It could be deduced that from the undertaken experiment that the core sample was porous and permeable enough to allow fluid flow, conduct and transmit fluid through its pore spaces. The difference in pressure P1 and P2 as the inlet and outlet respectively shows that there was a drop in. This is indicative of what happens in the reservoir and also corresponding to Darcy's law, which approved that pressure drop occurs per unit length as fluid flows through the sample. For conclusion and references, the laboratory experimentation of permeability is of great importance in reservoir analysis, since the determination of rock permeability can aid in the prediction of a well productivity or performance in a given reservoir formation. From the conducted laboratory test, it could be concluded that the experimented sample is permeable and can allow fluid flow or transmission. Now, for the reference, the practical was done in Rivers State University of Science and Technology, and you can get more information on Ahmed Tariq Reservoir Engineering Handbook. And also, don't forget to attend SPE, because you can ask any questions on SPE meetings and get more ideas from professionals who are already in the field. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe and hit the like button to motivate me for more videos.
Got that sauce.